down into turn number 2. Iacovaci now starting to line up the Romanian driver Daniel Vasile. Very treacherous here at Adria. This is not even half race distance. We are approaching that, and the gap is 2.5 seconds from the race leader, Alessio Lorandi, for Team Baby Race from Brescia in Italy. Back to the Romanian Daniel Vasile from Bucharest in Romania. Iacovaci still on his tail for the Lenzo kart team, with the Luxor powered by the LKE engine. Vasile, the Modena-powered DR kart, after Danielo himself took charge of the Modena engines department. Incidentally, Majek Sebecki gave Modena engines their first ever CIK pole position, the first round of the European Championships at Sarno in 2016. He's now switched camps and is tuning the TM engines with the best of his drivers at the moment. Alessandro Giardelli, one step off the podium in P4, but Giardelli is some 9 seconds back from Iacovaci. There is the race leader, Alessio Lorandi. Fastest first sector that time round. Still a few drops of rain here at Adria, but it is clearing in the background. Unfortunately, Lasse Poulsen, the Dane, and Valdemir Rissom, also from Denmark, join Michankova from the Czech Republic as the retirements. We're down to 27. We're down to 17 runners in this 20-lap final. This is half race distance coming up now. The field has spread out. The wind picks up, hopefully blowing those clouds and that wet weather over towards the Adriatic Sea, over towards Croatia here in northern Italy. Daniel Vasile on screen has been knocking on the door of a big result. This is half race distance, the KZ2 final, the first round of the WSK Final Cup here at Adria Karting Raceway in northern Italy. Lorandi, 2 seconds from Vasile. Iacovaci, Giardelli, Brad Benavides still in P5. Ariel Levy from Tel Aviv in Israel in the second of the Sodi karts. In P6, Gaetano Demaro from Brazil in 7th spot. Then it's Chubarov, Renaudin. We thought the conditions would be to his liking, but he's struggling to make inroads on the Russian driver Ivan Chubarov. Stuck back there in position number 9. And Mikhail Fortev rounds out the top 10. 2 Russians inside the top 10. Strong contingent racing at the Final Cup from Eastern Europe, including in this race from the Czech Republic, from Croatia, from Russia. As Vasile still continues to circulate, hoping some miraculous thing will happen and he can pick up the speed. Lorandi is walking away with this one though. The gap is 2.3 seconds. There is clearly a line out on the track forming in certain parts of the circuit because he's put in a fastest first sector. Rasmussen down in P11, a fastest third sector, which indicates that there is some grip to be offered out there. They're still lapping in 1 minute 3 seconds. Alessio Lorandi on screen. Pole position on Friday night with a 47.841. Vasile in second, sideways on the exit, struggling to hold on to it, putting out nearly 50 horsepower. The Modena-powered DR kart, even with the grip of the Bridgestone wets, he is struggling to put the traction down. Down the inside, Iacovaci from Rome puts the move on the Romanian. Daniel holds him off down the inside this time. Francesco, they're side by side into turn number 2. Daniel holds off Francesco, the DR kart versus the Luxor kart here on lap number 13 of the final here for KZ2. Iacovaci has been second all weekend in the heats. He wants to at least finish there if they can't catch Lorandi. Down the inside into the Vega sweeper. Vasile starting to go defensive now. The wind picking up here at Adria Karting Raceway. Once again, a few more drops of rain. starting to fall. 7 laps to go at the end of this one. Lorandi is about to come across the line now as we wait for the gap back to second and third, sideways from Iacovacci. Rallycross style here in Adria. Lorandi already out of sight. Iacovacci likes that inside line. Trying to find the extra grip down on the ripple strip. Vasile manages to hold off the challenge of the Italian for the moment for the time being at least. Lorandi now 4.5 seconds. Back to this battle for second. Giardelli, he is 12 seconds away from the podium. Alessandro Giardelli used up all of his Bridgestone slick tyres in the heats. He was one driver that was praying for rain. He made some great starts. He was constantly in the top 3, top 4, top 5 in the heats. But he used up the best of his Bridgestone rubber. He won't be complaining that it's raining, because had it been a dry race, he would have had nothing. Iacovacci once again closes in on the back of Vasile, down through the Magny-Cours chicane. Up onto the start-finish straight. This is 3/4 race distance. A fastest lap last time from Lorandi, despite the rain starting to fall once again. A 1:02.998, the only driver under 1:03. Remember, he qualified on pole on Friday night with a 47.841. The only driver to go faster than Jack Doohan in the OK class, in the direct drive class. Nothing between the OK karts and the KZ2 category. We'll see them in action later on this afternoon to round out the day. But Lorandi is looking good here this afternoon with 5 laps to go. Our first final, KZ2. Alessio Lorandi, Vasile Iacovacci has lost some time once again to the Romanian. The gap, like an elastic band, there is a little bit of clear sky in the background. We'll see how quickly the track can dry out as they go past the abandoned cart of Lasse Poulsen from Denmark. Up towards the hairpin. Wide line from Vasile. As the blue flag is about to come out for Emilian Denner and also Carol Simon. They're about to have a lap put on them in these treacherous conditions by the race leader, Alessio Lorandi. There is Lorandi, the race leader, and there is Denner and Simon that I just spoke about. About to be displayed, the blue flag. In fact, Lorandi has gone up and just past Simon now, and he goes past Denner as well, so they've already been lapped. Vasile and Iacovacci next in line to get past the Frenchman and the driver from the Czech Republic as well. Half a second now between Vasile and Iacovacci. Second and third on the podium at the moment. The gap from Lorandi out to 6.4 seconds with 3.5 laps now remaining. The KZ2 final. The rain starting to get heavier here at Adria Karting Raceway. Here 100 kilometres south of the city of Venice in northern Italy. It will be the host venue for the WSK Champions Cup on January 28 of next year. The 2018 WSK International calendar has been announced. We will start things here on the last weekend of January. Before a week later, the first round of the Supermaster Series. You can check out all the details, all the dates on the official website of WSK at wsk.it or WS Karting also, where you are probably watching us live right now. First of our 4 finals this afternoon. There's the clear sky in the background. Adria International Raceway. There's Lorandi who leads. He's got an enormous advantage. Out to 7 seconds now. Back to the Romanian. Iacovacci, Giardelli, Ariel Levy from Tel Aviv in Israel has fought his way up and is now in position number 5. 1 spot ahead of Adrien Renaudin. So the French driver, who we expected to star in these conditions, Didn't get a good start. He was back to 13th, but he's up to 6th now, having got past Mikhail Fortev. Gaetano Demaro, still P8. Rasmussen, Benavides, Chubarov, Netyagovsky, Filippo Berto, Klim Gavrilov, Damian Sekulic, and Denner and Simon round out the field. The race leader, Alessio Lorandi, 2 laps to go to take the first victory here of the afternoon. It is now starting to rain quite heavily here at Adria. It's now a matter of survival for these drivers to take the checkered flag as another storm blows in here in northern Italy. Look at the water coming off the Bridgestone tyres of the Baby Race Tony Kart powered by the TM. A lap and a half to go now for Alessio Lorandi. Comes up and makes a move. Gets past Damian Sekulic, the Croatian, who has a lap put on him. Does the sporting thing and leaves space for the race leader. Very treacherous conditions. The race has drawn out, the field has spread out as Alessio Lorandi comes across the line for the second to last time. This is the last lap now for Alessio Lorandi. He qualified on pole position on Friday night. He took 3 heat wins from 3 starts. He won the pre-final and he's led every lap of the final here. A perfect weekend for Alessio. The middle part of the second for the circuit for the final time up into the Vegas sweeper. Look how treacherous it is here at Adria Raceway. We are being engulfed by a storm here in northern Italy. Lorandi absolutely saturated. He doesn't have a wet weather suit on. He will be drenched to the bone, but he will not care because he will win the first final of the afternoon. He comes up to the hairpin for the final time. Alessio Lorandi, former World Cup champion, GP3 race winner, down into the Magny-Cours chicane, over the ripple strip. For the first time this afternoon, the checkered flag comes out for Alessio Lorandi. He is delighted. He takes the win here in atrocious conditions in northern Italy. We wait for second place, Daniel Vasile, the Romanian in second, and Francesco Iacovacci, the final step off the podium across the line in third. There is Ariel Levy across the line. The Israeli driver, 1 step off the podium, got the better of Jardelli in the end, who greets the checkered flag now. Renaudin was 6th, and it was Fortev, Rasmussen did get Demaro, the Brazilian 9th, and Chubarov rounds out the 10. Welcome back to international karting. Alessio Lorandi, he takes a great win here on a very wet Adria Karting Raceway. KZ2, the first of 2 rounds here for 2017. He takes the checkered flag. We will hear the Italian national anthem ring out. Daniel Vasile from Romania. It's been a while since we've had the Romanian flag on the podium. Vasile has been knocking on the door for a good result, and he's got it here this afternoon. And Francesco Iacovacci, the driver from Rome for the Luxor kart, rounds out the podium. So there is the results for you. Lorandi wins it from Vasile Iacovacci. Good drive from Ariel Levy from Tel Aviv in Israel. He finishes in P4. Alessandro Jardelli, P5. Renaudin was 6. Mikhail Fortev, Oliver Rasmussen got past Demaro on the final lap. And Chubarov rounds out the 10. Brad Benavides from Guatemala after that good start faded to finish 11th in the wet conditions from Netyagovsky, Filippo Berto, Klim Gavrilov, Damian Sekulic, the final driver to get the checkered flag here this afternoon. Alessio Lorandi, a welcome return to international karting. A perfect weekend, pole position, 3 heats, the pre-final, and he wins the final. The first round of the WSK Final Cup here at Adria Karting Raceway. He will be saturated, but he will be delighted. We will see him on the podium in just a few moments. The WSK Final Cup, the first round from Adria Karting Raceway. The KZ2 podium. Stay with us in just a few moments.